Hi, my name is Ken Corum, 8th grade math teacher at Northgate Middle School and member of the Middle School Literacy Task Force. After our recent visit with Chris Tavani, I thought I would spend a little bit of time at the start of second semester with my math class going through the concept of inner voice. So I spent 4 days with my students discovering this concept. Since I was unable to attend the meeting today, the purpose of this video is to share with you how that experience went. I started by introducing the concept of inner voice by talking about the two types of voices, the engaged conversation voice and the waste of time voice. From there, we took on several different types of articles. The first article was just a very easy USA Today article concerning pop culture and New Year's resolutions for 2013. That article was very easy compared to the next short story we read, The Man at the Well, which is the same one that we read with Chris Tavani. What you'll see in the next few slides are examples of inner voice sheets that students used while reading this short story, a much more difficult short story than the first attempt. For each of the articles that we read in class, I had each student fill out an inner voice sheet from Tavani. They were able to record what their inner voice says as they read and were able to expand upon their original ideas. For instance, this student chose to explore the feelings of the soldier and the old man and what motivated them to act as they did in the story. This student's response was very interesting because his grandfather served in the Vietnam War and therefore he brought some very vital background knowledge to the situation. And this person was very opinionated and questioning in responding, ranging all the way from calling the soldier stupid and arrogant, all the way down to questioning how Vietnamese people farmed their rice paddies. Okay, so that's all well and good, but how does this apply to math? Well, what we tried to do then, in the last piece of the puzzle, was to take a passage such as this, a math problem, or several math problems, and allow students to read this using their inner voice. It's obviously a very different type of reading, but the skill set in reading this and using your inner voice is the same. So we read this article, or this set of questions, and used our inner voice here as well. Having students fill out an inner voice sheet regarding math can be quite different, as it's a different type of reading versus short stories and articles. For instance, this student has strong opinions about this assignment, OMG, I hate math, but also asks really good questions about how the theater or the school involved in the story problem fiscally operates their business. Here, in this example, inner voice gives me feedback that linear equations and graphing properly are an issue for this student. This is formative information that I can use in future lessons. And finally, this student found a couple of different methods to solve the same problems, using creativity. Also, this student offered good reflections by stating that he or she justifies each step of a problem to assist in solving. That shows me an example of a thought process this student goes through in solving a problem. Valuable information in personalizing education. The culminating reflective activity I had students go through was to check out this list of math, reading, and thinking strategy questions, and I had them circle the ones that they best identified with when reading math problems. Now, it's not exactly a great evaluative technique, but combining this with the inner voice sheets from the 3 articles that we read, I had a relatively good baseline to begin further activities in math regarding inner voice. So in closing, truly, honestly, as a math teacher, I don't know what I'm doing. But I do have a purpose in what I'm doing. In some small way, I hope that students will be able to connect what they read in a math problem to something in their lives. And hopefully the concept of using inner voice can accomplish that. And also hopefully the concept of inner voice can answer that age-old question that all students have, when am I ever going to use this in my life, or how does this apply in my life? So hopefully the concept of inner voice can help in that regard.